name's Ed, and welcome to my lesson on culture. So today we're going to look at some aspects of culture with a little bit of grammar, which is the language of speculation. Okay, so there we go. Just a quick rundown of what is speculation. It's the way that we express a thought or an idea, something that we think we may or may not know based on what you can see. Okay, so don't worry if you are a bit confused. We'll see some examples later. Okay, so here we go. So we'll give you a few moments just to look at this picture and just to tell me what these people are doing. Okay. So if you are at home in pairs, you can pause the video and discuss it. If you're by yourself, you can just pause it and just have a think about it. Okay, so here's some words you could use: running, falling. You could even say they're sliding, like they're skiing. Okay. But what's the reality? Well, the reality is that they are taking part in a competition. Okay. So what's the competition? They are chasing after an object. So the object is moving and they have to run after the object. The object is a prize. And the first person to catch the object gets to take it home. They can keep it. Okay. So here we go. Can you guess what the object is? So have a quick think. And again, if you're at home, pause the video for a few moments and have a think about it. Okay, so let's have a look. Is it a piece of wood? Maybe you guessed it. I don't know. Is it a frisbee, something you throw in the park with your dog? Is it a cushion you put on your sofa? Okay, so let's use those examples. Okay, so let's say, for example, you think it's a piece of wood or a frisbee, or you think it's a cushion. But are you sure? The answer is probably no. Okay, so stay with me for a minute. So how can we express that these are just possibilities in English? Okay, so perhaps you will use words like perhaps or maybe. Okay, but we have a better way to say that in English, and we use what we call modals of deduction, okay, or speculation. That's another word that you could use. If you know what modals are, they're words like will, can, must, okay? But what we can use here for possibilities is could. Okay. Could with the verb. So for example, of course, the verb in the infinitive. So for example, you want to say it's a piece of wood, but you express that by saying it could be a piece of wood. Okay. If you're a little bit more advanced at home, you can also use may or might. So it may be a piece of wood. It might be a piece of wood. So the example sentence, it is a piece of wood, becomes it could be a piece of wood. Let's have a look at that. Okay. So just remember the verb to be changes to, well, the infinitive of to be, just be. Could be. So have a quick practice at home. Pronunciation is important. So be, could be, it could be. So just repeat it. If you need to pause the video, it could be. It could be a piece of wood. It could be a frisbee. Okay, practice at home. It could be a frisbee. It could be a cushion. Okay. What is it really? Okay, I know you're dying to find out. It's a wheel of cheese. Okay, so it's actually an enormous block of cheese. Okay, what's the sport? Have a quick think. Is it cheese chasing, cheese running? It's actually called cheese rolling. Okay, so cheese rolling takes place here. A little bit of rundown. Okay, it's an annual event in Gloucestershire. Okay, that's in the UK. Takes place in the spring. And the participants chase a wheel of cheese down a 180-meter hill. Okay. As you can see in the crowd, there's a lot of people watching. It's a very popular sport, not just for spectators, but also for participants. Okay. There's a lot of people who travel to this small little town just to chase a piece of cheese. Okay. There we go. So obviously he's the winner. He's got to the bottom and he's caught the cheese. It looks okay. Okay, but let's speculate on cheese rolling for a second. Okay, so we're going to speculate one more time. Before we speculated on possibilities, but this time I'd like you to sort of think about these images I'm showing you. Okay, so look at the hill, look at the participants. Okay, have a think about it. And then answer these questions. Can you think of some adjectives to describe cheese rolling? What do you think happens to participants? Okay, so again, just pause the video and either work in pairs or note some answers down. Okay. Okay, so you might use some of these words. Dangerous. Okay. Depends on the person. So if you like adventure sports, you might think it's fun, but your mother might think it's dangerous, or your father. People get injuries. We know that. So we saw the previous pictures. Perhaps you think people are crazy. Okay, would you do it? Well, most of us wouldn't do it. So for me, I think people are crazy, I'm sure. Okay. So remember, the rules are speculation is based on what you see and what you know. We think it's dangerous. People get injuries. We know that. People are crazy. Don't know. Depends. Are you sure of this information? For me, the answer is yes. I'm sure it's dangerous. I'm sure people get injuries. I'm pretty sure most people are crazy. My personal feeling. So again, how can we express not possibilities this time, but that we are sure of the following? Okay. I'll give you a clue. You need a modal verb. It's not good. Okay, so we use this structure. Must, subject, must with the verb. Can you remember what form of the verb it is? Of course, it's the infinitive. So here we go. We want to say it's dangerous, so we can say it must be dangerous. Okay. So you can practice a little bit. Now, with this one, the letter T is silent, so you can just say must be, it must be. Okay, so practice at home. It must be. Put a little bit of stress on there, must be. Okay, so it must be dangerous. I'm 100% sure. I'm very sure. Okay, so how do we know? Remember, what do you see? What do you know? Okay, there's a guy on the ground in pain. Okay, he's obviously hurt. Okay, so example sentence transformation. We want to say it is dangerous, but we want to express certainty that we are sure. So this becomes, it must be dangerous. So remember, the verb is becomes be in the infinitive. Okay, so now you try. Again, you can pause the video, you can talk to your partners, or you can note it down in your books or a piece of paper. So transform the following sentences to express certainty that you're sure about something, 100%. People get injuries. People are crazy. So pause the video for a second. Okay, and we're back. So you should have the following sentences. People get injuries becomes people must get injuries. People are crazy. People must be crazy. So think about it. Is cheese rolling dangerous? Yes. Is cheese rolling safe? Think you know the answer? No, it's not safe. Okay. So let's have a look at those sentences one more time. Is cheese rolling dangerous? Yes. Are you sure? Yes. Is cheese rolling safe? No. Are you sure it's not safe? Of course. So the answer should be yes. Okay. So let's have a look. Okay. So this is what we've got. So we'll have a think about it. In both sentences, we're 100% sure. The only difference is in the first one and the second one, what's the difference? Okay, so you should have seen that in the second one, it's in the negative form, but in the first one, we use the affirmative form. So we want to express this. This becomes, cheese rolling must be dangerous. But what about the second one? Think about it. What would you change the modal to express the negative? Some of you advanced students may know, but it's not what you think. Okay, so let's have a look. The opposite of must be dangerous for speculation is can't. Okay, so cheese rolling can't be safe. Yes, the negative of must is mustn't, but we're not using must for rules, we're using must for speculation. What do you know? Okay, so let's have a look. Okay, so in the first one, you use must because you're sure it's true. In the second one, you use can't because you're sure it's false, it's not true. Okay. Okay, so remember, when speculating, the opposite of must is not mustn't. Let's have a look at that structure. Remember the infinitive form. Okay. Can't be. Here, the negative of can is can't. So there's a little slightly different vowel sound. Okay, so like a long R, like this. Open your mouth, R. So it can't be. Okay, so cheese rolling can't be safe. Okay, so practice at home one more time. Cheese rolling can't be safe. Okay, so just a quick recap of modals of speculation. Okay, you're 100% sure it's true. We use must with the verb. If it's a possibility, maybe yes, maybe no, we don't know, we use could. And if you're sure it's false, we say can't. plus the verb. Okay. For example, people must get injuries. I'm sure it's true. Could be a piece of wood, because I don't know. It can't be safe. I'm sure it's not safe. Okay, have a look at this photo and this photo. What do you think they are? Okay, I'll give you a little clue. They are both competitions. Okay, so have a guess. Use modals of speculation. Must, could, if you don't know. I'm not sure. Okay. Okay, so the first one is actually called wife carrying. Okay, so perhaps you would like to take part in this one day in the future. Okay. And the second one is chess boxing. So in this competition, the contestants hit each other, have a fight, and then they sit down and play chess, and then they do it all again. Okay, so maybe if you're interested in that one, you can have a look, search for those on the internet. Okay. Okay, so my name has been Ed. Thank you for watching, and I hope you enjoy the video. And hopefully we will see you again soon. Okay, thank you.